Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to move on with episode 4 in the series of field stripping weapons and maintaining them. While we've got everything apart today, what I want you to do is remember the 5 weapon safety rules. It is absolutely paramount that we stay safe. So the 5 weapon safety rules are as follows. Treat every weapon as if it were loaded. Never point the weapon at anything you do not intend to shoot. Keep your finger straight and off the trigger until you're ready to fire. Keep the weapon on safe until you intend to fire, and always know your target and what lies beyond. Keeping these things in mind when you're working with firearms, whether it's here at home doing maintenance or whether you're out in the field putting lead down range, if you remember those 5 weapon safety rules in that order, worded specifically that way, you're going to be safe and efficient. So today, let's just jump right into it and get going. This is going to be a great video. Thanks for joining us, and here we go. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It is not meant to instruct or advise in any way, shape, or form. If you have a firearm that is having any difficulty, we urge you to reach out to a qualified gunsmith. Safety is of the utmost importance when you're around firearms and must be maintained at all times. The creator of this video and the social media in which it is found accepts zero responsibility or liability for anything you may or may not do when it comes to dealing with firearms. Safety is of the utmost importance. Okay, so today we're going to get started with the Security 9 by Ruger. Today we are going to field strip and clean, clean. My weapons are always clean. So we're going to field strip and inspect this Ruger Security 9. This is one of my favorite everyday carry pistols. I was carrying a Smith & Wesson SW40F for a while. That was the one that they built after the whole Glock debacle. I'll discuss that in the next video when we talk about that weapon. But this one, this is so smooth. After firing that Smith & Wesson 40, which is big and clunky, and getting good with it for years, I managed to buy this one, and wow, I forgot how smooth pistols could be. Ruger did a great job with the Security 9. This one's awesome. It's slim enough that it could be used for conceal and not be too uncomfortable. It fits well in the hand. It's got a great grip to it. The sights, they're not glowing sights, but you can see very well through them. This is a masterpiece of engineering. Okay, I'm a fan of Ruger anyway. Um, I have several Rugers, but this one just blew me away when I got my hands on it. There's several features on this one that I absolutely love. Okay, it's got 2 different safeties on there. So it's got the safety right here that keeps the slide from racking back altogether, and it's got the trigger, the secondary trigger safety. I love that because it's got multiple safeties. I carry it in a level 2 holster, so it's more difficult to get out anyway. But still, with 2 safeties and a level 2 holster, it is the safest firearm that I have. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, of course, we're going to check it. We're going to make sure it is actually empty. The magazine has been removed. It's kind of harder to see down the slide on this one, but there is nothing in the chamber, which cool. Okay, so now I let the slide go forward. To field strip this is very simple. You can see right here, there is just that little hump over that retainer. And by pushing it back to, oh man, come on, pushing it back to right there, and then pushing the other side of the retainer from here on that little guy, it's going to pop right out and come right apart. It comes apart like butter. So what I do is I pull it back with a John Wick, pull the slide back. You see I just pull the slide back slightly, and then I push the retaining pin out, grab it, and pull it out. Boom. The retaining pin for the slide comes right out. Bam. Apart like butter. Okay. This is an almost completely polymer frame. The rails are metal, but this, I don't know what this is, this particular material, but it is durable. It's great. I carry it every day. It bangs on things all the time, but a super lightweight frame. Most of the weight is right here in the slide, which allows it to balance very well. This weapon is one of my favorites. I'm sure it's going to be my favorite for years. Well done, Ruger. Well done. Much better than my AR-556. We'll get into that one later. Okay, but I got the retaining spring, magazine over here. The frame, I'm going to put right there. To the rest of the field strip, very simple. So you don't get the buffer spring, wink, just pull it out like that. Comes out, it does come apart. I don't particularly like to pull that one apart because it doesn't get very dirty despite how much I shoot. And then push the barrel forward and pull it out. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, well done on the barrel. Rifling is great down the barrel. It doesn't hold carbon like some of my others. It doesn't have as many nooks and crannies. But I mean, to get it clean, I mean, you can kind of see the shine from the CLP that I put on there. Just a couple drops is all you need. The barrel doesn't really need much of any. I might put a little bit around the outside from time to time. I'll slide it back, slide the rack back, and put just a dot. Yeah, but this is all it is to field strip this weapon. If you have to go deeper than this, go find yourself a gunsmith. Unless you are a gunsmith, then by all means, you should be teaching this class instead of me. LOL. Okay, anyway, it's an everyday carry. I do get some dust on there from time to time. I just go through and look at the ejector and all this other. Just wipe it down nice and gentle. Okay? But to clean would be like any other weapon. Get down in the magazine well, look for anything in there, make sure there's nothing building up between the barrel and the slide. So anyway, a couple little drops of CLP. Firing pin should never have to be pulled out. There is a little bit of dust on there, so I'm going to get in there with my little nylon brush and just dust that a bit. Nice and clean. Get in there really well and just get in there. Yeah, get in there. Rah. Okay, now that's all done. Just because I did that, I'm going to put one little drop of CLP on this side because it's pretty dry now. Okay, that's all I need is one drop. Reassembly. Just doing the reverse of what we just did. Take the barrel. Now, it's got a little indent there, which I love because some of the other weapons that we have kind of a, this is either oblong, oval shaped, or it has a flat. This is made so that it doesn't need that. It's perfectly round. Just like in the some of the others that we've already done, like the Springfield 911 in episode 1. Anyway, well done. Well done, Ruger. Well done. So push the barrel into the slide, right? You got to go kind of an angle. And then once you get it there, push it all the way back so it's down. And then go ahead. Now the buffer spring, okay, there's one end that's hollow. That goes on the outside. So you put that spot there, and then you just tuck it right into that little place. Boom, Bob's your uncle. Now putting it back together is super simple. It came apart. Woo! It came apart super easy. Well, that was a clumsy ninja if I ever saw it. So anyway, making sure that this is aligned in the center of the slide. That's the only concern you have, and I've never had a problem. But anyway, you just slide it right in. You don't have to worry about the extractor catching because the way that they've notched that out, it's perfect. Now, just like the John Wick thing, you move. See, you can see the hole that the retainer goes into, okay? And it sits on the back of that little hole there. So what you do is you just do the John Wick, pull back just slightly until you get that hole that's internal there into the center of the slide recession. Then this just gets, yeah, now that I'm saying it, it's going to make me a kind of a liar. This just goes right back, and then when you get it in there, it's going to click, and then boom. So if you noticed on the, let's push that out again. I'm going to show you something about this retainer pin. So the retainer pin has this little groove right there. The slide goes inside that groove. So with that being said, it's going to be pushed enough to go in there. Might be a tight little fit, but boom, just like that. And Bob's your uncle. Okay, weapons off of safe. I can rack that back, pull the trigger, pull it back with the trigger depressed. Little click. That's a function check. Shows you everything's good. Put the weapon on safe, reinsert magazine, and you are good to go. That's all it takes for the Ruger Security 9. So yeah, if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. We'll go ahead and answer those. If there's anything in particular you want to see on a video in the future, please let me know. And stay tuned for the rest of the series. If you haven't checked it out already, go back and check out episodes 1 through 3, where I'm taking apart a Springfield 911. I've got an SR22 that's a Ruger that I've pulled apart, a Cobra TS380 that we've pulled apart, and now the Ruger Security 9. For the next video, we're going to be pulling apart a Smith & Wesson SW40F. So stay tuned. And hey, if you haven't already, like the video, go ahead and leave comments down below and subscribe if you haven't. We will see you on the next video. And hey, stay safe, y'all.